You might be wondering, what the hell am I doing in a stalk chopper? If you don't know what a stalk chopper is, this is used to windrow corn stalks to make corn stalk bales. Well, we got it in our beet field right now because in the last video I was telling you it's going to get really cold and it's going to snow. We didn't get much snow, but it did get really cold, really cold. So what happens is it actually will freeze the top of the beet. So whatever's sticking above the ground, because it's a root, so it's mostly in the ground, but a little bit of the top was out of the ground, plus all the leaves, which means everything was frozen up there. Well, we had to wait probably like a week to start digging again, because the beets will eventually grow that frost out of the beet top. You can actually see the top is discolored. It's almost yellowish. It has a different I guess texture to it. But anyways, I gotta turn around. So anyways, the reason why we are stalk chopping these beet tops before we defoliate is because after it freezes, those tops get really stringy. It's like spaghetti noodles almost. Before, it's kind of like celery where it snaps. Well, now it's all stringy, and it's hard for that defoliator to get the beet tops off of the beet, which the beet piler does not want any beet tops, and we actually get teared off of them. So we have to get all that off. Well, it's really difficult to do that when it freezes. So our solution when that happens usually is to put the stalk chopper on, go through it once with that, and it kind of chops up that stringy leaf, and then we'll go through the defoliator and scalp it pretty hard with the scalpers on the back, you know, those knives, and then it's clean again for the beet digger, or for the piler. So it just is an extra step. I won't be running this today. I just had to help Dad get this set for my other grandpa to run. So we've been having the kids run this on the weekend, and we get by. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what we're doing right now after it froze and how it's a little bit different. But you can see, I mean, these beet tops just look way different. Which these ones got hailed on once, but they're mostly looking droopy and like that because of the frost. But there's some new green leaves coming because it's trying to regrow. A beet is very hard to kill, honestly. And so the beet is still alive, but all the leaves were dead, so it's growing new leaves, which in return is taking sugar out of the beet tops. So that's not very good. Because we're losing sugar, so we're trying to get these dug as fast as we can so that we're not losing any sugar, not losing very many tons, and plus we just want to be done because we are the last farmers in this area digging beets. Everybody else is done, so that's alright. We got the piler all to ourselves. So this side of the beet field is the flood side, so we're not getting as deep. Or we lifted it up because of our irrigation ditches. But you can see these tops are just black and nasty. They're starting to dry out finally, but see how hard that is to pull. And they're just really stringy and ropey. So that defoliator, it just can't take them off. You can with the defoliator, but you gotta do it. You gotta go through the field twice, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. So that's why we're going through with the stalk chopper. We're getting most of them knocked off, and just gets it started drying actually is also what helps. But it's been about probably a week since it froze, so these beet tops are getting better. Maybe by the last field we'll be able to just defoliate and not have to stalk chop. But for now, this is what we got to do to keep moving. So another question you might be having today is, why did I switch trailers? Well, I'll tell you. Yesterday, I quit at around noon because we were in a high wind warning. It was blowing like 40 mile an hour and we had gusts up to 90. So this thing got really tippy up in the air, and I did not want to flip it over yesterday. So I quit hauling with that trailer. And then a little bit later than that, the truck, our Volvo that is on this trailer, the spring shackle broke on it. So it needs fixed because the axle was moving. So I just decided to flip trailers yesterday so that I could continue running, or so that a semi could keep running. So that's why I'm on the belt trailer today, because it'll be faster just to keep going with this trailer now, so I don't have to flip back to this one. And this one actually hauls just a little bit more. So we're gonna keep hauling with the belt trailer until the Volvo is fixed. Then we can switch back. Well, things are things are a little dusty in here. Yesterday's wind and just playing in the dirt anyways does not help. That sucks, actually. I don't think this trailer unloads as fast as my end dump, but it's a lot less sketchy, that's for sure. You can tell these, well, you guys didn't see them when they were really frozen, but the frost is finally coming out of these beets. They're not yellow on the tops anymore. They're looking better and better. Those are some massive beets there, though. Holy shit. Takes me about 3.5 to 4 minutes to dump this trailer, honestly, which isn't bad. Well, we're loading trucks for the night. I'm actually in one of our tandem trucks now, just like the one ahead of me. I got the semi loaded already. But last 2 days we had breakdowns right at the end of the day, right before closing. So it just kind of screws you up for the rest of the day. So we're loading trucks for the morning. That way at least we can get some beets in as soon as they open. But yeah, we're loading the last 2 trucks, and then we can go home and do it all again tomorrow. we're getting closer. We're almost done with this field. We'll finish this field up tomorrow, and then we'll be moving on to our last one. Well, when you're waiting on the beet digger, you end up doing some rock picking. Don't ask me how we farm or why. It should be more, why do we farm in this rocky shit? But I don't know. It's our area. It's our lovely Wheatland, Wyoming ground. Some of it's rocky, some of it's not bad. You just throw it to the neighbor's fence. Throw it that way. They don't care. Well, we finally did it. Finally on the last field of beets. And we got another semi back. Or we got our semi back. So I switched back to the end dump trailer. And yeah, we're on the last field. This field's kind of cool. It's in a circle. Everything we've done so far is straight. This isn't the first time we've been in a circle, but first time in a while. But it seems like we're getting trucks back decently right now. We're a little farther away from the piler, but it's still only taking me 10 minutes to get here because it's on a main highway. You can drive 70, so that helps. It seems like we're keeping trucks in a rotation here for now. As long as the beet digger can stay together. Please, 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 please. Ugh. That's just the most disappointing feeling when you come up to the field and it's broken, or you run and it's like, shit, stop. So I will say, after running that belt trailer, it's kind of nice because it's risk-free almost. You don't have to worry about it being level. You don't have to worry about the wind. That's, you know, it's a little stressful running this trailer, I'll give it that. But I did miss the air ride on this trailer. The air ride, I always forget how much smoother an air ride trailer is. So, I mean, I'll take that, but the risk factor and the stress level is a lot higher with this trailer. I'll say that. I was a little worried the other day with the wind blowing. It was not great. Well, we're getting to the end of the day here. We're just loading trucks for tomorrow morning. Don't mind all the bug splatters on the window. But if we wouldn't have had to move fields today, we would have had a pretty good day, I think. Just the way the beet digger was running, but that's all right. We got tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow is a good day with minimal to no breakdowns. Would be awesome. The other nice part, this last field of beets, they had enough time to dry. We didn't have to we were not stock chopping anymore before the defoliator, so that's helping speed things up. We do have my tractor out here still. We put the disc on it so you can disc ends, make it a little smoother for the trucks. But that's helping, not having to stock chop ahead of the defoliator. Well, I guess it's time to start hauling beets out here. Man, we got trucks lined up for days, but I don't see the loader anywhere. I'm gonna dust them all out when I pull in here, though. So this is how they rehaul the beets, because this is just kind of a storage spot for now, and then they'll load them up on all these trailers and trucks, and they'll haul them to Scotts Bluff, which is east of us about 2 or 3 hours, because that's where the beet factory is. Basically big belly dump trailers. They used to pull pups too, but now I think they just less skilled drivers, and you can back up with these trailers. Oh, here comes the loader, I bet. Yep, that's the loader, all right, with the big bucket on it. ready to load out some beets now. That's good. Hopefully these guys stay out of our way, don't cause us too much issues, because they got to scale out and everything with us. This guy was parked out in the middle of the yard here, so it's kind of in my way, but we made it around and started dumping anyways. Yeah, these are huge trailers. I'm gonna have to ask how much they can haul. I wonder if it's about the same as what we do. They just are more quote-unquote legal for the scale house, you know. Well, we've got our second breakdown of the day. Both times I pull up to the field and it's broke down. For the last two times. Last time was a bearing on a grab roll. And this time we got an idler off of the elevator chain. So the elevator chain is just kind of dragging. They don't look real good right now, but I don't think it's going to be a terrible fix, hopefully. Not sure yet. Gotta go get the Dodge again. We've been having 2 breakdowns every day, like for the last week and a half. We cannot get away from 2 breakdowns. Every single day. Gonna have at least 2 breakdowns, which is cutting out at least 2 hours, probably closer to 3 hours of every day digging. So yeah, not very good. Breakdown number 2 for the day is fixed. And this cold-blooded tractor, there's something in the feel of this thing. We need to get, I don't know, something's messed up. Hopefully we're going to be getting done with this field here pretty soon. When you have to try to get to the end of the pass, so you just pile it more and more on that trailer. Oh boy. That one's loaded. For sure. I bet that one's probably close to 100. Because that trailer you can overload really easy. I wonder what he's going to tell us. I want to know what that weight is on that load. I just heard word from our belt trailer driver. He said he weighed 99,540 on that last load. That's way too heavy. Way too heavy. But like I said, you can overload that trailer very accidentally. And Dad wanted to get to the end of the road, so he just kept piling on the trailer. It made it to town. It's alright. See, it's alright. Well, there's the last 8 rows for the defoliator. He is getting done just in time because the old Caterpillar tractor is having some issues. We think there's an injector going out in it now. We've been having fuel problems, and anytime it's cold or whatever, the tractor sputters and spits really bad, and then every now and then, or about 150, 170 hours, we've been having to change fuel filters because we've been putting additive in the fuel tank because there's something's going on. Well, I think an injector's going out now, so we might have to switch out the defoliator tractor with the beet digging tractor tomorrow because the defoliator guy is getting done right now. So we might just have to switch out tractors to finish out beets. Let's just take a listen here. You can hear it sputtering. Another hour before the piler closes, so he's getting the defoliator unhooked right now. We're gonna hopefully limp it through, as long as it's not blowing white smoke or a bunch of black smoke. I think it's all right. We're gonna limp it through for another 45 minutes or so, and then get tractor switched over for tomorrow. Okay, well, I got here this morning. We did switch tractors last night with the defoliator tractor because, like I said, this one's got an injector out. So we got to finish up today, I believe, crossing all of our fingers and toes that it is the last day of beets. We've only got like 25 acres left, but of course we've got a bearing out. So I'm trying to get this thing changed this morning, but I cannot get this damn smooth roller off. But yeah, that bearing is obviously out. Lots of fun. Here's our defoliator, by the way, just because it's here. Worth a look. Front's got metal flails, and then the back's just got rubber flails. That's what takes the tops off all the beets. And these are those scalpers I was telling you about earlier. Might have been in the last video, I can't remember anymore. This is what cuts the rest of the top off. Autumn, you're not helping much. Holy shit, it's 8:30 now. We just got it fixed, or the bearing and everything put back together. I gotta go get my truck. Hopefully we get done here before it gets too windy. It's supposed to start getting a little windy this afternoon, which will cut my trailer out of the mix, but we don't have many acres left to go, so we're gonna hope and pray that it just stays all right. We ended up having to cut everything off. The old torch had lots of use this morning, and I better tell Pam how to shut our truck off because we had to kind of rig it a little bit, so it's got a fuel shut off, and the cable got pulled out the other day. So, well, it's the last day of beet digging, hopefully, and we normally put the flag on the beet digger throughout harvest, but we forgot to / didn't find it until today. But that's okay, because at the time of making this video, today is actually Veterans Day. So, I mean, what better day to put a flag on the beet digger than today? So, that's going to help us finish out the day, I think. Yes, it is. We've been flying the flag in the cab over all year. Oh, Autumn. Oh, yep. It's a little dirty in here. There's like an inch of dust and dirt on the dash, and it is driving me crazy. I've wiped it off 3 or 4 times, and when you're out in the beet field and the wind's blowing, it comes through everything. comes through the vents, and it's bad, really bad. Okay, I'm also gonna have to say thank you to Danny Melcher and Melcher Farms here of Wheatland, Wyoming. They are letting us use his semi truck and belt trailer to get done for the day. Don't mind the corn combine. That's another project. But I gotta thank Danny for letting us use this truck. That's gonna help us get done with beets here. So huge thank you for that, and that'll help us finish out the day a little bit earlier than we would have. Especially if the wind comes up and I have to quit hauling with this trailer. That's gonna help. So just wanted to say that. Pretty sure this is why in a cabin where they call this a doghouse, just because of the mutts. You can come up, get some lovin's up here. We're almost done. We're down to the straight rows in our circle pattern on both sides of the field, but we're really close. But the wind's picking up. I've been getting pretty lucky so far. It's kind of died down every time I pull into the piler. Plus the pile of beets is blocking most of the wind. Just as a last kick in the nuts here, we only got like 5-6 acres left, and we had a hook chain break, or not break, but it fell off. Which if it's too loose, it'll do that. So yeah, that's not good. We gotta go out there and work on it. But I also want to look and see where I'm losing air, because that should be on 0. Losing air somewhere. My last load. Very last load for me. We have 3 more tandems coming in, but we are done with beet harvest here. Kind of cool. I can see this guy loading out in the rehaul truck. So I'm trying to keep this trailer as low as I can here, but I want to get all these beets out so I don't have a bunch left in the trailer. I've been waiting to show the pile, but this is the pile for 2023. Pretty good sized pile. We were knocking on the scale house door, so that is all sugar beets right there, all ready to be hauled off and turned into some sugar. All right, well, beet harvest is over, but we still have corn to do. So if you haven't checked out my 2 other videos of beet harvest, they should be before this video. Go check them out. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Go subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Just hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And I mean, we're done with beet harvest. I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words. It was a struggle, but we got through it like we do every year. And I think we're going to take a day off before we get into corn, because everybody needs it. It's much needed break. So thank you guys, and go watch the corn videos. They should be up next.